Most people gambling with crypto right now have no idea what they just agreed to. No identity verification. No paper trail. Money moving across borders in minutes. Sounds perfect. Until you realize what that actually means. This is not freedom. This is a carefully engineered system. And today, we expose exactly how it works. Before we continue, answer this honestly. Have you ever used a crypto casino? Or thought about it? Comment yes or no right now. Because what you are about to learn changes everything. This information comes directly from blockchain transaction records, licensing documents, and internal casino operations data that most players never see. We are not here to sell you a system. We are here to show you the system that is already being used on you. Former casino operators. Blockchain analysts. Regulatory investigators. They all confirm what I am about to reveal. What you do with this knowledge is your choice. But ignorance is no longer an option. Here is what most people believe. Crypto casinos are decentralized. Anonymous. Fair. Fast withdrawals. No government interference. Players think they found a loophole in the traditional gambling system. They think crypto levels the playing field. But here is the reality. These platforms are not operating in some lawless digital Wild West. They are registered, licensed, often in places like Curaçao, jurisdictions with minimal oversight, where enforcement is nearly impossible, where player protection laws barely exist. The anonymity you think protects you? It protects them more. The speed you celebrate? It is designed that way for a reason. And that reason is not your convenience. Every single feature you think benefits you was engineered with one purpose. Maximum extraction. Minimum friction. Zero accountability. Traditional casinos face armies of regulators. Gaming commissions with audit powers. Banks that monitor every dollar. Consumer protection agencies that investigate complaints. Crypto casinos were built specifically to operate outside that entire framework. And they have succeeded beyond what most people realize. No know your customer checks. No ID verification. Just a wallet address and you are in. This sounds like privacy. Like freedom. Like the system was designed to protect you from government overreach. But let me tell you what it actually is. A legal shield for the casino. Not for you. Traditional casinos must verify your identity before you can deposit a single dollar. They check your age, confirm your location, monitor your deposit patterns, track your playing behavior, report suspicious activity to financial authorities. This creates a paper trail, a record, accountability. Why do they do this? Not because they care about you personally, because regulations force them to. Because if they allow underage gambling, they lose their license. If they fail to report money laundering, they face criminal charges. If they let problem gamblers destroy themselves without intervention, they face lawsuits. The system forces them to implement safeguards. Not out of kindness. Out of legal necessity. Crypto casinos operating without KYC have none of these requirements. Which means they also have none of these protections. You can be 16 years old. Deposit your college fund. Show clear signs of gambling addiction. And the platform will not stop you. Will not slow you down. Will not ask a single question. Because they are not legally required to. And here is the part they do not advertise prominently. Most crypto casinos reserve the right to implement KYC at any time. Read the terms of service. That section you scrolled past without reading. It is in there. They can demand full identity verification whenever they want. Usually when you win big. Suddenly that anonymous account needs passport scans, utility bills, selfies with ID, bank statements. Everything they said you did not need to play. But your deposits? Those went through instantly. No questions asked. No verification required. You can lose $100,000 without proving who you are. But try to withdraw 50,000? Now they need to verify you are not a terrorist. Not laundering money. not from a restricted jurisdiction. The anonymity is one-directional. You cannot see who operates the casino, where the servers are located, who controls the company, but they can see everything about you. Every transaction, every bet, every win, every loss, all recorded on the blockchain. Permanent, public, traceable by anyone with the right tools and enough patience. That wallet address might not have your name attached today, but blockchain analysis technology improves every month. Companies specialize in de-anonymizing crypto transactions, linking wallets to real identities, building profiles, and they work with law enforcement, with tax authorities, with anyone willing to pay for that information. Your anonymous gambling session exists forever on a public ledger, and the technology to connect that activity to your real identity gets better every single day. Crypto casinos market something called provably fair gaming. They show you the algorithm, the server seed, the client seed, the hash functions, the cryptographic proof that the outcome was determined before you placed your bet. It looks transparent. It looks trustworthy. And technically, it is verifiable. But here is what that actually means. The randomness is real. The game outcome cannot be manipulated after the fact. The casino cannot change results to make you lose. That part is true. That part is provably fair. But the house edge is coded directly into the smart contract. Permanently. Unchangeably. That edge is the mathematical advantage built into every single bet. And in crypto casinos, that edge is typically higher than traditional regulated casinos. Sometimes significantly higher. Traditional casinos in places like Nevada or New Jersey face strict regulations on house edge. Gaming commissions mandate maximum edges for different games. They audit payout percentages. They verify that machines pay out at rates consistent with their programming. If a casino sets the edge too high, regulators shut them down. Crypto casinos operating offshore? No such restrictions. They can set whatever edge they want. 5%, 10%, 15%. As long as the game functions as programmed, they can call it provably fair. And most players cannot read smart contract code, cannot verify the actual mathematics, cannot understand the difference between fair randomness and fair odds. Let me make this clear. A slot machine that pays out exactly as programmed, with perfect randomness, but has a 20% house edge? That is provably fair. It is also designed to take 20% of every dollar you wager over time. Guaranteed. Mathematically certain. Provably fair does not mean provably profitable. It does not mean good odds. It does not mean you have a realistic chance of winning. It means the game works exactly as programmed. And the program is designed to extract your money. Efficiently. Relentlessly. Forever. The transparency is real. But it is transparency of the mechanism. Not transparency of the outcome. You can verify the machine is working correctly, while it correctly takes all your money. Fast withdrawals are the crown jewel of crypto casino marketing. Traditional casinos make you wait. Sometimes days. Sometimes weeks. Pending periods. Verification delays. Banking processing times. It feels deliberately slow. Deliberately frustrating. Crypto casinos? Minutes. Sometimes seconds. Your winnings hit your wallet faster than you can refresh the page. The blockchain confirms. The transaction completes. Your money moves at digital speed. This sounds like pure advantage. Like the casino respecting your time. Respecting your money. Giving you control that traditional casinos withhold. But that is not what this is. This is one of the most sophisticated psychological weapons in their arsenal. Traditional casino withdrawal delays serve a specific purpose. They create friction. Time to reconsider. Time for the emotional high to wear off. Time for rational thinking to return. Time to realize that $5,000 would be better in your bank account than recycled back into more gambling. Industry data shows that 30 to 50% of withdrawal requests get cancelled during pending periods. Players change their minds. Decide to play a little more. Chase a bigger win. The delay saves them from themselves. Not because casinos are generous. Because regulations in many jurisdictions require cooling-off periods. Because consumer protection laws mandate withdrawal processing times specifically to give players that pause. Crypto casinos remove that protection entirely. You win a hand. The dopamine spikes. The excitement floods your brain. And in that moment of peak emotional intensity, you can withdraw. Or redeposit. Or move to another casino. Or leverage up. All at the speed of impulse. Zero time for reflection. Zero barrier between urge and action. And here is what actually happens. Most players do not withdraw and walk away. They withdraw and redeposit. Or they withdraw to another crypto casino. Or they withdraw and immediately gamble it somewhere else. The speed does not get your money out of the ecosystem. It keeps your money moving within the ecosystem. Faster. More efficiently. With less opportunity for you to exit completely. When you combine instant withdrawals with no deposit limits and zero identity verification, you have created the perfect environment for destructive gambling behavior. And every element is intentional. Every feature optimized. Not for your benefit. For maximum extraction velocity. Most crypto casinos operate under Curaçao gaming licenses. You see the logo at the bottom of the website. Official looking. Legitimate. Government issued. And technically, it is real. Curaçao does license online gambling operations. But what that license actually means is very different from what most players assume. A Curaçao license costs approximately $15,000 annually. There is no requirement for physical presence in Curaçao. No mandatory local employees. No regular audits of gaming systems. No strict enforcement of player protection standards. No rapid response to player complaints. The license provides legal cover. Not legal protection. There is a difference. Compare that to licensing in the UK. Or Malta. Or Gibraltar. Those jurisdictions require substantial security deposits. Regular independent audits. Strict responsible gambling policies. Mandatory dispute resolution mechanisms. Quick response to regulatory inquiries. And they revoke licenses for violations. Publicly. With consequences. Curaçao offers none of that infrastructure. The jurisdiction has minimal enforcement mechanisms. Limited investigation capability. And operates in a regulatory gray area in most major markets. These casinos can claim they are licensed and legal, while operating in ways that would be completely illegal in regulated jurisdictions. And here is the critical part. When something goes wrong, your recourse is almost non-existent. If the platform refuses to pay out, if they change terms retroactively, if they simply disappear overnight with player funds, where do you complain? To a regulatory body in Curaçao with limited enforcement power? To law enforcement in your country that has no jurisdiction over an offshore entity? To a legal system that does not fully recognize cryptocurrency transactions yet? You are gambling on a platform that operates legally in its jurisdiction, while possibly operating illegally in yours. Using a payment method that exists in a legal gray zone, with no realistic recourse if anything goes wrong. The license provides them legal cover. It provides you almost nothing. This is the part that surprises people the most. The part that shatters the anonymity illusion completely. Every single transaction you make on a crypto casino is recorded on a public blockchain. Forever. Immutable. Visible. Accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Your wallet address might not have your name attached. You might think you are operating anonymously. But that wallet has a history. A pattern. A fingerprint that is uniquely yours. And blockchain analysis technology is far more advanced than most people realize. Companies like Chainalysis, Elliptic, and CipherTrace specialize in tracking cryptocurrency transactions. They map connections between wallets, identify patterns, link transactions across multiple platforms, de-anonymize users, and they work with law enforcement, tax authorities, regulatory bodies, anyone investigating financial crime. Your wallet address touches exchanges that require KYC. Those connections create links. Your transaction patterns reveal behavioral fingerprints. Your timing, your amounts, your frequency. All of this data builds a profile. And that profile can be traced back to your real identity. And it gets worse. The blockchain is permanent. Evidence you create today can be analyzed years from now. When technology is better. When regulations are stricter. When enforcement is more aggressive. That anonymous gambling session in 2026? It will still be visible in 2035. Permanently recorded. Waiting to be connected to your identity. Tax authorities are already using blockchain analysis to identify unreported income, to track gambling winnings, to build cases against tax evaders. The anonymous crypto casino you thought protected your privacy might be creating the most detailed record of your gambling activity that has ever existed. More complete than any traditional casino player card. More permanent than any bank record. More accessible than any private database. The anonymity is an illusion. The privacy is temporary. The blockchain never forgets. And the technology to read it only gets better. Let me show you how they keep you playing. The bonus structures. The VIP programs. The loyalty rewards. It all sounds generous. Free money. Cashback. Deposit matches. But these are not gifts. These are chains. Every bonus comes with wagering requirements. You must bet the bonus amount 20 times, 40 times, 60 times, before you can withdraw. That $100 bonus? You need to wager $4,000 to unlock it. And during those $4,000 of mandatory wagering, the house edge is working. Taking its mathematical cut. Guaranteed. Most players never clear the wagering requirements. They lose the bonus. They lose their deposit. And they never realize the bonus was designed that way. Not to give them more chances to win. To lock their money into more action. More handle. More opportunity for the house edge to extract value. And the VIP programs are even more insidious. Higher tiers. Better bonuses. Faster withdrawals. Personal account managers. Special tournaments. They make you feel valued. Important. Like you are getting insider treatment. But what you are actually getting is deeper commitment. Higher stakes. More frequent play. VIP programs exist to identify and retain high-value players. Players who deposit large amounts. Play frequently. Show signs of compulsive behavior. These players get personal attention. Not because the casino values them as people. Because they value them as profit centers. The VIP treatment is designed to increase lifetime player value. Nothing more. Which of these points hit you the hardest? Type the number in the comments. 1 for the KYC trap. 2 for smart contracts. 3 for withdrawal speed. 4 for licensing. 5 for blockchain privacy. 6 for bonus psychology. I want to know what shocked you most. What you did not see coming. What changed how you think about crypto casinos? Let me tell you what is really happening here. This is not gambling. This is behavioral engineering wrapped in cryptocurrency technology. This is addiction architecture disguised as financial freedom. Traditional casinos manipulate through environment. Lights designed to energize you. Sounds calibrated to excite you. No clocks so you lose track of time. No windows, so you lose connection to the outside world. Free drinks to lower inhibition. Maze-like layouts to keep you inside. Every element of physical space engineered to keep you playing. Crypto casinos cannot do that. You are sitting at home. In your own chair. In complete control of your physical environment. They cannot control the lights. Cannot remove the clocks. Cannot serve you drinks. They have none of those tools. So they engineer the experience differently. They remove every form of friction, every barrier, every pause, every external control that might slow you down or make you reconsider. They make everything instant, everything seamless, everything frictionless. And the human brain is not built to handle that level of access without consequences. We evolved with natural barriers: time, distance, physical effort, social observation. These barriers protected us from our own impulses. If you wanted to gamble 100 years ago, you had to travel to a location, interact with other humans, use physical cash you could see depleting, face social judgment. These natural barriers created pauses, moments of friction that gave rational thinking a chance to intervene. Crypto casinos systematically remove every single one. The anonymity removes social shame. No one knows what you are doing. The speed removes time for reflection. Decisions execute at the speed of impulse. The lack of regulation removes external intervention. No one will stop you. No one will warn you. No one will force a pause. The crypto payment removes banking barriers that might flag unusual activity. That might trigger a phone call from your bank asking if everything is okay. Every traditional safeguard has been stripped away. And in its place, they have built a system of maximum access with minimum protection. 24-hour operation. No geographical limits. No deposit caps. No mandatory breaks. No self-exclusion that actually works across platforms. You can lose everything you own without a single human being ever asking if you are okay. And then they add gamification. Chat rooms where big wins are celebrated. Leaderboards that create competition. Rain bonuses that create unpredictable rewards. Loyalty systems that create progression. Social elements that create community. That create belonging. That make you feel like part of something larger than yourself. You are not a customer. You are not even a player. You are a data point in a retention algorithm. And every element of the platform is optimized to keep that data point active. Engaged. Depositing. Playing. Losing. The machine runs on human psychology. And it runs efficiently. Now let me be absolutely clear about something. I am not telling you this information so you can beat the system. You cannot beat the system. The mathematics guarantee it. The house edge is permanent. Built into the code. Unchangeable. The structure is designed for the house to win over time. Always. Without exception. What I am giving you is awareness. The ability to see the machine for what it is. To understand that every feature marketed as a benefit is actually a carefully designed mechanism of extraction. To recognize that you are not playing against random chance. You are playing against an engineered system, designed by people who understand human psychology better than you understand yourself. Fast withdrawals are not for your convenience. They are to eliminate cooling off periods. No KYC is not for your privacy. It is to eliminate regulatory oversight and player protections. Provably fair is not for your benefit. It is marketing language that sounds like transparency while hiding the mathematical certainty of loss. These are optimization tools, designed to maximize how much money moves from your wallet to theirs, as quickly and efficiently as possible, with minimum friction and maximum volume. This does not mean you cannot gamble. It means you should gamble with full knowledge of what you are participating in, with strict limits you set before you start. Not during play. Before. Written down. Committed to. With money you can genuinely afford to lose. Not money you need for rent. Not money earmarked for other purposes. Money that could disappear tomorrow and not change your life. And with zero illusion that you have any edge, any advantage, any realistic chance of long-term profit. You do not. You cannot. The mathematics prevent it. Every single person who tells you they have a winning system is either lying or temporarily lucky. And temporary luck always runs out. The house edge is patient. The house edge is mathematical. The house edge always wins. The only winning move is to understand what you are playing, why you are playing, and what you are willing to lose for that entertainment. Anything else is self-deception. And self-deception is exactly what the system relies on to function. Do you want to see part 2 of this investigation, where we go deeper into the transaction patterns that indicate problem gambling, the specific manipulation tactics used in game design, the real stories of people who lost everything in these systems, the darker connections between crypto casinos and money laundering operations? Comment system if you are ready for the next revelation. This series continues only if you want it. Only if you can handle what comes next. What you just learned is surface level. The mechanics, the structure, the obvious manipulations that operate in plain sight. But there is a deeper layer, a darker layer, where these platforms intersect with organized crime, with money laundering networks that move billions, with unregulated leverage that can multiply losses beyond what you deposited, with offshore banking structures designed to be legally impenetrable. The crypto casino industry is not just gambling. It is a parallel financial system operating in the shadows of legitimate finance, with its own rules, its own incentives, its own protections, none of which protect you. And it is growing faster than regulation can track, faster than law enforcement can investigate, faster than most people realize. New platforms launch every week. New tokens. New schemes. New ways to extract value from human weakness. This is only the beginning. The system goes much deeper. The connections more complex. The implications more serious. What we uncover next will change how you see not just crypto casinos, but the entire cryptocurrency gambling ecosystem. The entire offshore financial infrastructure. The entire relationship between technology, anonymity, and exploitation. The question is not whether you should know this information. The question is whether you can afford not to. Because while you were chasing bonuses and fast withdrawals, someone was building a machine. And that machine is running. Right now. On millions of people. Who have no idea they are inside it.